viewers, welcome back to the Noob Guide for Noobs. Today we are discussing the different game modes there are. As I said before, we have Arena, Conquest, Domination, Assault and Joust. Those are the game modes. Joust 3v3 is obviously just the 3v3 version of Joust. And this is the match of the day, which is basically either Arena, Conquest or Assault, but then with a theme. And then Conquest Premade is obviously Conquest. So I'm going to be able to demonstrate two of them for you in just the solo versus AI, which I'm going to do first. We're going to start off with Joust. Joust is a 1v1 at this moment. As I said, you can also do it 3v3. I am going to take Ao Kwang. And here you can select your skin, obviously. I'm going for this skin, and he's a little bit see-through then. I like that. You're always up against Ra if you play versus AI. So I already knew that, obviously. So I'm going to just explain the map, how it should be played, what's important, what's not important. In 1v1, I'm not actually sure, to be honest. I mean, it depends so much on who you're playing. Yeah, currently I just want to go for something that actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. We're going to go for not an actual build here. I just want to show you stuff. So we have the mid lane here. This is the main corridor. This is where the minions spawn. This is my only tower. That's my only Phoenix, and behind the the wall, there's my Minotaur. You can see him already. Well, as the Minotaur drops, obviously, you die. Well, you lose. So we have two sides of the jungle. This is the left side, and yes, these seams here, they are here because I have everything set to very low, because that just plays the best. So here we have our first buff from the color on the minimap, as well as the color of the buff itself and the shape of the buff itself. Well, you can see that that is a speed buff. This is a power buff. You get extra damage from it. And then the final buff is the blue buff. They are reversed for this side and the other side. The normal way to go is to go for the right side jungle. So that means you go for the red buff first and then go into that blue buff. So yeah, here is a little bit of a, well, a sideways thingy, I guess. You actually get to come into the lane from the side. And obviously, Ra is going to attack me back if I give him the chance. Yeah, so he is attacking my tower, but it doesn't really matter because I'm explaining this. So as you can see here, it is the blue buff, then the red buff, and all the way in the back there's the speed buff. The speed buff is normally not picked up by the team that I'm on, so you normally take that speed buff, and on the right, so the speed buff on the left side, and then the other two buffs on the the right side. The speed buff on the left side. Did I say that? I'm not sure. So the goal of the game is obviously to just oh, that's a stupid thing. We want to have I don't know. It doesn't actually matter because I'm going to quit in a moment anyway. Yeah, the thing is, recall works. Everything works on this this game mode. So basically, you can get a buff. You can run into lane through here, and just, well, through the base, I guess. And as you can see, Ra is already level 5, I am level 3. The gold in this game mode, I should say, is pretty high. So you might want to, pick your character based on that. Don't pick early game characters, basically. The characters that are good here are mostly burst casters. So, yeah, Ra, not so much a burst caster, so he's not very good at this. It's also probably why he's in here as a practice dummy. The good ones are like Zeus and Freya, those kind of the really high damage burst casters. Although Freya not technically a burst caster, but she still does a great amount of damage or in no time flat. And yeah, the thing is, you need to practice it a little bit. Joust 1v1. Well, some people like it very much. I personally don't like it at all because it's all about the champion pick, and if you just pick someone who is who's good in 1v1, you have just an insane amount of damage, whereas someone that is good in normal play doesn't really have that. Did he just ult me? Oh, he's going to kill me now. Anyway, we're getting out of here. We are going to go back to the lobby. And yeah, we're going to demonstrate the second one, which is Arena. So Arena is played 5 versus 5 normally. We are now playing it 3 versus 3. I will once again go for Dragon. It doesn't matter. You can actually get into this this arena practice with 3 guys. So you can team up with 3 with the social tab that is in the top right, and just party up with 3 guys. Go into this if you want to practice that. So you're always up against the same guys, Chang'e, Poseidon, and Ymir. And we are going to, well, just Boots would have been much better last game as well. So yeah, this used to be a lot more complex, but now we have the blue buff over here, the red buff over here, and the speed buff over here, and this is empty now. It used to be a lot more complex, as I said. So as Dragon, you normally want to get the blue buff, but a normal team starts off on the left side. So exactly the opposite side of what we see on Joust. Because in Joust, yeah, you start off on the right side and you basically go from there. And here you start off on the left side. That is because you want control over that blue buff. Blue buff is one of the most important buffs in the early game. In the late game, not so much anymore, because even though the cooldown reduction is very good, it doesn't really do a whole lot. So anyhow, as you can see, I can still recall in this mode, and I say that because in Assault there is no recall. And obviously this is where the minions are. So you want to take out the minions with your team, obviously, because the enemy team will be there. But yeah, in this game mode, it is mostly about those champions that are really good at clearing out minions. And obviously we can just do this now. But yeah, obviously this is not a challenge. Going up against bots is not a challenge at all. You can just kill them at will. It's really not that difficult, especially with a blue or a red buff, when you just have all the spells, well, that are good. I can even run at this guy and probably just straight up kill him. Because he probably doesn't even realize he's under attack. But yeah, well, that's the way it goes. Yeah. That's why versus AI practice does not really do anything else than teach you... What are you doing, bro? Yeah, whatever. He's attacking a buff while regenerating. So the versus AI practice is just good for you to learn how to play a champion, but not how to play the game mode. Because this game mode is a lot more about teamwork than it seems to be. And then these guys actually realize. Yeah, good one. Very pro. Come on. Come at me, bro. So yeah, as I said, you can just kill them at will. And you can just do whatever. When minions get into your base like this, like they did here, you lose a point. This is my point total. This is the enemy's point total. When your point total reaches 0, you lose. So there is no Minotaur here. It is all about killing minions. If you kill a minion, so as a god, you get a point. Well, you take a point from the opponents. So the thing is, you want to get rid of the enemy minions, make sure they can't kill your minions, and you want to make sure that your minions run into the opponent's base, which you can see all the way in the back there, and you don't want any minions in your base. So pressuring things, so pressuring the map, taking control of the front end of the map, so not your own side but the enemy side, really is a big strategy, and it really can give you great results if you can do it. But yeah, you need good teamwork for that, and obviously not this Anhur who is still busy doing his bait, doing his buff, and he will never get it because these things will never die, basically. They will just keep resetting, and that's all. So I'm now helping him, and that's why he's going to grab it eventually. But yeah, that's one of those bugs. Oh, it's not here. Did they take it? No, it's not here. It just bugged for some reason. I don't know. There are some bugs in it, and I do suggest that you report them if you see them, because obviously it is still in beta, so it's yeah, it still can have some bugs in it. Anyway, that is all I have to say about Arena for now. And we are back. I found someone to actually hold this game open. We are now in Assault Challenge, as you can see. So this is kind of, yeah, this you can do 1v1. And I am going up against Vamana, apparently. We're not actually going to fight. That's kind of the point. I'm just going to show you what the game mode is. The game mode is single lane. And you have 2 towers, a Phoenix and a Minotaur. The goal is obviously to kill the Minotaur. It is, yeah, all random, all mid normally. So here I can pick. Normally I can't pick, but because this is a challenge, I can actually pick. Normally you get a random god, one that you actually own. Normally there are exceptions, but let's say one that you actually own. So one that you have played before, hopefully for you. And otherwise you will have to find out how it works. But the thing is, you need to work as a team, because you can't go back. You can't recall, you can't shop after you leave the summoner platform or whatever it's called. So basically, all you need to do is get sustain early on. So my recommended build would be meditation for everyone. So meditation, and then the real meditation, not the other crap, because salvation is like uber crappy. And then you can buy whatever. I am going to go for this now. It doesn't really matter. A few of these and a few of these, I guess. So normally you start off at level 5. So you get, or 6, I don't actually know. So you get your ultimate straight away. But yeah, there's my Phoenix, my Minotaur. You could have already seen that. I kind of assumed I had multiple skills to get here, but as you can see, Minotaur, Phoenix, Tower, and then there's a tower around the corner as well. And this is where you normally group up. Well, not here, but around this tower. And there's Vamana. Vamana's just being a douchebag. So yeah, we're going to just trade a little bit of damage here. It doesn't really matter. I told him not to kill me. I didn't tell him not to harass me. So there's the other tower. So that's the first tower from the opponent. On the other side, there is the second tower. And then if you look closely, you can actually see the Phoenix as well. So, and then behind the wall there's another Minotaur. It's very easy. It's very straightforward. The minions will spawn right now, so you have quite a bit of time to get your stuff together as a team, and to basically, well, use your ultimates before even the minions spawn. And that, of course, is awesome. Normally this would never happen, of course. You would never be behind your enemies, at least not if you're smart enough. So champions that are good here are high sustain champions. And, well, you know the high sustain champions. I mean, they're pretty well known. The healers, obviously, are very good here. And, yeah, this is why you buy that sustain early game. Yeah, he just has extra damage. He has the mystical mark, no meditation. So if he runs out of potions, he's basically screwed. And yeah, well, anyway, this is what the game mode is about. It's all about trading and coming out ahead in those trades. And by coming out ahead, you can actually get quite a bit of an advantage, Because people can't go back. Oh, you lucky son of a bitch. Come on in. The water's fine. So yeah, anyway, that's the game mode. The minions will keep spawning, obviously, until one of the... what are they called? One of the bases actually dies, I guess. Yeah, it's really straightforward. It's just random, and yeah, you are all in one lane. That's the only exception. And recalling doesn't work, so keep that in mind. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Too early to surrender. Are you kidding me? Okay. So I'm going to play this through, and I will surrender at 10, and I will see you later. And we are back for the next game mode. This is Domination. Domination is all about, well, domination. You didn't expect that, right? So we have this, which is our summoner platform. The entire path here is also a summoner platform up until these obelisks. You can still shop here, so if I go to the shop, as you can see, I can still buy stuff. I can also sell stuff. By the way, normally you don't get this much money. I made it like that because I wanted to just run around a little bit. Let's go movement speed, so I actually have some decent movement speed. Movement speed, movement speed. Oh, I can't buy anything anymore. Sell this crap. I don't want that. So, yeah, there you go. And consumables, not consumables, actives. Sprint. So, now we're super fast. So, as you can see, there are 3 lanes. This is the left lane. It goes through here. The minions are over there. So yeah, obviously we're playing normally now all of a sudden. So that really doesn't matter. Yeah, these genies, that's what it's all about. I captured him by killing him. Obviously the genie is now mine, and it is now going to be, well, up to me to defend it. There are 3 lanes, as I said, and so yeah, this should be interesting. This was not part of what I intended to do, but sure, we'll fight you a little bit. Yeah, Hell is like a super good champion, of course. But anyhow, we're going to go to the middle lane. The middle lane runs from, well, this is our summoner platform, and then you can go either here or through this right side. And this is where the minions run, as you can see. So you have an obelisk here as well, which you can kill, or well, the obelisk you can't kill, but it's called an obelisk, and the thing, well, below it is a genie, basically. And then if we go to the right lane, which we will do by going to here to the summoner platform once again. So there's your summoner platform. And if you go over here, so all the way to the right, there is a thing here as well. A lane with another obelisk. In this case, the obelisk is actually captured by my opponent. So it will actually shoot at me if I try to attack it while I try to stand in its way. Dude, stop it. Stop trying to kill me, you motherfucker. Anyhow, yeah, he's trying to play seriously. I have all movement speed items. Yeah, let's go with this one. Gives me a little more. But yeah, the goal is to get your opponent's points to 0. As you can see just under the minimap here. There are the points. If you capture 2 of the points, 2 out of the 3, then it will start ticking down. If you capture all 3, then it will tick down even faster, because obviously that's what it depends on. how many of them you have. So now it will tick down on the other side, as you can see. And yeah, basically get your opponent's points to 0 and you win. And that is all there is to it. So the strategy here is completely different from what you normally have in games, because it's not about killing gods at all. Killing gods does not get you any closer to your goal. Every god kill is 1 point, while 1 second with with 2 obelisks captured is also 1 point. So capturing obelisks is way more important than anything else in this game mode. And that is exactly the thing that you need to keep in mind. So pick someone who can kill these things really quickly, and you will win every time. I mean, we have like a 90% win ratio with this strategy, and it is just as easy as that. I mean, sometimes you get teams that are just too stupid to be allowed, and yes, you will lose in those cases, but hello. Obviously, I knew he was there. But yeah, the thing is, of course, you need to capture those obelisks. Those obelisks is what it's all about, and really the only thing that matters. So yeah, good gods here are like Ao Kuang, who's like super good at just killing stuff, killing these obelisks and assaulting these obelisks from afar without taking any damage. And yeah, that of course is exactly what you would want. Also, any amount of melee champion is really, really good. So even though, and you might have noticed that Hell can kill me instantly almost. And she has almost killed me a couple of times. But yeah, she still isn't ahead. She currently, well, she's kind of derping it up, I guess. But still, even though he should have a large advantage over me, it's still not good enough apparently to actually get the win, because the win is all about capturing those obelisks, and that is exactly what I'm doing and what he's not doing. So I am going to recall right here. There are buffs on this map. There's a speed buff right in front of me here normally, but Hell picked it up, so yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. There's a red buff on the bottom right and top left, and there's a blue buff on the other sides. So yeah, the points will tick down quicker if you have 3 obelisks captured. But yeah, it is not a necessity. I mean, you don't have to have all 3 of them. So Hell really just trying to chase me down here. And I'm trying to get away, but no! I'm dying. Anyway, on to the next game mode. And here we are in Conquest. Conquest is the main map, basically. We're going to buy some, well, everything in movement speed, because this is pretty big. So this map is, oh yeah, I shouldn't buy these. I should buy these. Way better. So we're just going to buy everything that we can find here. Yeah, there we go. Super movement speed! I also have a dash, so might as well use that. So yeah, we have 3 lanes. This is middle lane. As you can see, there's a phoenix and 2 towers. It looks exactly the same as the, obviously on the other side, it's the same thing. It looks exactly as the assault map, and here you can see it. Tower right in front of me, tower on the, well, back right there, so over here. And then there's a phoenix over there. Yeah, the graphics is pretty low, but that's because I like to play on low settings. And here, recall does work. So recall does work on domination as well. I don't know if I actually showed that, but it does work. So this is left lane. Left lane is, in this case, the long lane. It switches between, well, the 2 sides. Hang on. That was supposed to be a smiley face. Anyhow, this is the long lane. As you can see, there's a big gap between my tower and the enemy's tower. This is normally the 2 versus 2 lane because it actually gives you a lot of room to maneuver. As you can see, there are a lot of buffs in the jungle. This is enemy blue buff. I have one on my side. This is enemy red buff. I also have one on my side. And yeah, here we have Gold Fury. You can all see it on the minimap where I am, so I'm over here. Over here is Fire Giant, so basically they're mirrored. And the Gold Fury is always on the side of the long lane. So basically, you're there to make sure that this guy doesn't get taken. And obviously, he can get taken quite easily. Yeah, we're going to get the hell out of here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is my Gold Fury then. Oh, sorry, not Gold Fury, blue buff. And I can take it, cooldown reduction, mana, just like always. But what it's all about, I'm going to leave him now. What it's all about here is knowing what you need to do. So it's just the same as in any other MOBA. Hang on. Don't take gold camps. Because I want to explain something about those. So this is the short lane then. As you will see, it is the right lane here. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this lane is the 1v1 lane normally. So you have a 1v1, a 2v2, a jungler and a mid laner. And here, once again, you have a blue buff. On the other side, there's a blue buff as well. And here you have a speed buff. Well, there's a speed buff on every side. So, yeah, you have a lot of jungle to run through, as you might have noticed. This is all jungle. So here on the left, there's the lane. And you can basically see this is the second tower. That's the first tower. So my opponent's first tower. So you normally would not want to be here because you're in between two towers. And that's not where you want to be. Oh, I'm going to pick up a speed buff. Oh, no, still have 36 seconds left on my buff. So yeah, this Fire Giant will come up eventually. It will spawn here. And it will give you a large buff as a team. And that can be very, very useful. So what do you need to do in different lanes? Well, side lanes just need to win their lane, make sure they don't get ganked, blah, 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 blah. They don't really have to do anything except stand in their lane and just pick up minions. But, yeah, and hopefully pick up turrets. This is the mid lane, as you might have noticed from the minimap. It is the mid lane, and next to the mid lane are two gold camps. Wow, it's lagging a little bit. This is the first gold camp. You can pick them up. They will give 90 gold total, so I will kill them now. And hopefully, yeah, so 45, 45 as you can see. And on the other side, there's a similar camp. And here, this one also gives 45, 45. So as you can see, that's 180 gold every time they respawn, and they respawn every few minutes. So what you need to do as a mid laner or as a jungler is to control those camps, because that is a lot of gold. That is way more gold than you can compensate for. So the few minions you will lose or whatever you do not make up for the loss of those gold camps. So warding up like here and on the other side, those camps, yeah, that's just one of the most important things that a jungler / mid laner needs to do. Obviously, the point of the game is still to destroy the Minotaur. And yeah, I did show the Minotaur, right? No, I didn't. I did show the towers. There's a Phoenix right there. As you can see, it's nice and blue because I'm on the blue team, which you can see from the blue minions. And behind here, there's a Minotaur. And all the way over here, there's a shop. So the shop is also the healing center. Of course, I already have all my items. These are, by the way, completely horrible items, so don't buy these. I'm just here. They're just here to make me move really quickly, so that I can actually show you everything. But normally this would be insanely bad. So here's a gold camp, but this is a normal gold camp, and you will see that's 13 plus 45. I'm not sure if it's 2 times 13. There's a red buff here, just like on the previous map. It is a good well, damage increase. And here is a blue buff. Blue buff, once again, cooldown reduction and mana. And then we have speed buff, that's all the way on the other side. So mine is normally on the left here. If you look on the minimap, that's where mine is. But yeah, there's one over here as well. And yeah, you can see the speed buff actually gives you speed. So yeah, the gold camps are up once again, and if you control those, you pretty much win the game. Not always, of course, you still need to have a reasonable team. But unless your team screws up magnificently, those gold camps are your way to victory. And of course, knowing your champion and things like that. But controlling these gold camps is so important. So anyway, that's all I have to say about Conquest. Yeah, I guess I do need to go into the game modes a little bit more in the future. And yeah, tell you a little bit more about what's good, what's not so good. But for now, this is it. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.